G'day members, it's the 12th of July 2016. We haven't talked to you for a little while and we're just doing a short video podcast just to explain the process with regards to voting on the variation, the extension to the enterprise agreement for Ambulance Victoria. As you'll recall, we had the work value case running earlier in the year, which was very successful. It delivered wage increases of between 12 to 28% for our operational classifications. Some of those, the first component of that increase has been paid and back paid to the 1st of July of 2015. You should be receiving the second component this month, and we understand there's been a short delay with that, but you should be getting it in the coming Ambulance Victoria pay run. And then you'll get another component of that, the final component, on the 1st of December of this year. Further to the increases that you achieved out of the work value case, the Commission also recommended that we extend the current enterprise agreement out to the 30th of April 2019 and made some recommendations on some wage increases that should occur during that time. And we've been in discussions with Ambulance Victoria over several months, the past months, to reach an in-principle agreement that we can present to you that has those wage increases in it and some other improvements in your wages and conditions. It's largely unchanged. But that agreement should be out to you this week, and you should be looking at that agreement because the time has come that we have to get you to vote on it and vote in favour of it. And we're strongly recommending that members do vote yes to that agreement. So just to reiterate, that agreement delivers, the extension to the agreement delivers on top of the work value increases a further 3% next year, April 2017. A further 3% on the 30th of April 2018, and then the agreement will expire on the 30th of April 2019. That's for paramedic classifications who were covered by the work value case, so that compounds on top of those work value increases. For the classifications that were not covered by the work value case, and I'm talking about non-emergency patient transport, clinic car and clinic car comms, admin and clerical workers, and fleet maintenance people, they'll be receiving a 4.25% increase, a higher increase because they weren't covered by the work value case, 4.25% on the 30th of April 2017, and a further 4.25% increase on the 30th of April 2018. And again, the agreement to expire on the 30th of April 2019. Other changes to the agreement will include for the paramedic classifications, the allowances. There are several allowances that will increase in line with the wage increases. So that includes the operational crewing allowance, the clinical instructor allowance, the on-call allowance, and the living away from home allowance. There are some other changes with regard to some legislative changes, such as family domestic violence leave, keeping in touch days as part of the maternity leave provisions, and no safe job leave as part of the maternity leave provisions. There are several new classifications which include the motorcycle responder paramedic, paramedic community support coordinator reliever, the paramedic driving standards coordinator, and the referral service team leader and referral service care plan coordinator. So you'll see those new positions, those new classifications in the enterprise agreement. The important thing to remember though is that we've traded off absolutely nothing in this round of negotiations in the extension to this enterprise agreement. So there's no hidden nasties in it, there's no trade-offs, it's just increases in your wages that top off nicely, that compound on the wage increases that you received as part of the work value case and continue to compound to deliver you quite decent, quite high wages that we believe and we hope will keep you as probably the highest, if not very close to the top, paid paramedics in Australia for the next several years to come. So we're strongly encouraging you to look at that agreement carefully and to vote yes on that agreement. Ballot papers will come out to you this week. The voting process starts on the 14th of July and will go for 14 days and end on the 28th of July. You can vote electronically this time and over the phone, and the instructions for that will be on the ballot paper. Once that process is done, the agreement then gets sent to the Fair Work Commission for certification. Once that gets approved, it comes into effect 7 days after that. So again, we strongly encourage you to vote yes to it. We think this is a really good agreement that delivers you some consistency in your wage increases. There's no big gaps between wage increases, and a bit of stability so that you can enjoy the new wages that are coming through, and we can really get to work with Ambulance Victoria on improving your conditions and your workload in the way that we have been over the past year. So please look at it carefully, please vote yes to it, please get your ballot papers in as soon as you can, and vote electronically as soon as you can. If you have any questions, you know where to find us, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.